Complete game coverage of the Cougars is right here on the KSL Sports Zone. It's a huge Big 12 battle for the Cougars as they head to Cincinnati for a showdown against the Bearcats. Your home for the best coverage of Cougar football is right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. You're locked on to JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome back, everybody. JJ and Alex, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Worried about my co-host. See if we can find JJ here. No? Oh, okay. Oof. I was a little bit nervous there. You know what happened? I think I know what happened. Did you get rusty keyed?
I just got keyed.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We talked about it earlier in the show. It was a matter of time.
I wondered.
And he would not stop talking about how the refs screwed the Chiefs on Sunday.
He wasn't serious.
Oh, he was too.
I love fans. I love sports fans. We are the most delusional people on the planet, right? You thought that candy was going to be free you got over there, didn't you?
Oh, it came with a cost.
I got keyed. Ow! It's like getting shivved in the joint.
Not sure it's that extreme.
At KSL, you can get keyed. Ow!
Nobody shivved me. I'm not bleeding.
I got rusty keyed. I'm gonna have to get that. That tetanus shot. Just got rusty keyed.
He is rusty.
He wasn't really complaining of the refs, though, was he? Like he was.
He's a Chiefs fan. Of course he was.
Okay. All right.
Everyone wants to spin this narrative that the Chiefs get all the calls, but trust me, I got examples.
Well, so here's my question, though. Because in the end, though, because one of the stats they threw up, though, the Chiefs last year were 12-0 in one-score games. Like, that's phenomenal.
That's why they were great.
This year?
There he is right there.
This year, 0-5 in one-score games. So you win some, you lose 5. That's what the deal is. But, yeah, 12-0 in one-score games last year. And then 0-5 this year. Your Broncos, on the flip side, were 1-6 last year in one-score games, and they are this
Still
year
made the playoffs.
And this year they are 7-2 in one-score games.
That would explain the winning streak.
Yeah, so not bad, not a bad way to get things going. They're 9-2 then.
Yeah,
I mean they're all but wrapped up in that division.
They've won 8 straight games.
That's awesome. Good for you guys. I will say, like, it's not like they whoops. I can't believe we won 9 games. Like Bo Nix looks like he's comfortable as an NFL quarterback now, right? Like he looks like
there's still issues. I mean,
for sure,
the 3 and outs are an issue.
But what he has,
the inconsistency of the offense is an issue. But that defense is one of the best in the league.
Defense is really good, but it just honestly, Bo Nix is back there and he doesn't look totally flustered, which is what you need, you know. And by the way, he can scoot if he needs to. When he runs, he can bust off 13 yards, no problem. And he's got some interesting weapons. It's all coming together, man. They can score quick. They can get it going. All right, let me see here. Starting off the hour here, let's do it strong. Let's get to the cut right here, top of the hour. Let's jump in right here. We've got tons to get to when it comes to the college football playoff. We're a day away from hearing what the rollout is going to be of these teams and what the college football playoff committee is going to say and do to spin where they put teams. Let's jump in right here with the cut.
It's time for the biggest story of the day. This is what made the cut with JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Trajan Wealth brings you this portion of the program. TRAJAN Wealth.com. That's TrajanWealth.com for all your trusted local needs in retirement. So we've been going at Heather Dinich's breakdown a little bit, and I'm still fine too. But I did want to read the actual chunk here. Now she actually did move up Texas Tech to 5. Some people have Texas Tech like not moving up at all. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Where what ends up happening is because Alabama lost, they'll basically just put Oklahoma ahead and then just kind of keep the teams that were where they were at.
And I think that they'll end up doing that if USC beats Oregon.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Please don't.
It's coming.
These nightmare scenarios are going to keep us up at night. Now, Heather Dinich from ESPN has Texas Tech at 5. Ole Miss at 6. Now, her 1, 2, 3, 4 pretty straightforward, right? You go Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, and then Georgia.
I have no problem with that, actually.
I think those are all where they probably should be.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're going to ding Texas A&M at all for not showing up in that game, you just keep up. They're still a 10-0 team.
They're undefeated.
Okay? They're 10-0. The Hoosiers are 11-0. Can you believe 2 11-year wins in a row for the Indiana
Never
Hoosiers?
in my lifetime did I think that would happen.
It's crazy. And then Ohio State, of course, going 10-0. So then Georgia to 9-1, Texas Tech to 10-1, Ole Miss to 10-1, Oregon at 7 at 9-1. The Oklahoma Sooners jump into the top 10 at number 8. Alabama for Heather Dinich goes to number 9. Now, in a lot of these, you're seeing Alabama go to 10, 11, 12 in some cases, right? Because that's their second loss. And their first one was definitely not good. And they lost at home this weekend.
Right. They should be punished for that.
And 8-2 and going down to 8 or 9 is not really a punishment. However, let's soldier on here because a 2-loss Oklahoma at number 8, a 2-loss Alabama at number 9, and a 2-loss Notre Dame team at number 10, who beat Pitt over the weekend. Now, BYU is sitting at number 11 at 9-1, and Utah at 12 at 8-2. Okay. Here's what she writes up: BYU's 24-21 win against Utah is the highlight of its resume, and its lone loss was on the road to one of the committee's top teams, Texas Tech. Still, BYU's poor play against the Red Raiders factored into the committee's decisions, and a decisive win against a 4-loss TCU team will not do much to close the gap between BYU and the Big 12's best team. So, do you see what the problem is here? She's not comparing other programs ahead of them in the college football playoff. Did you see what she did there?
She's only comparing them to the
one team
Tech,
that she feels like needs to get in
with
from
the
the
assumption
Big 12.
that only one team is going to get
Do you
in.
hear?
From the Big
Do you
12.
hear the logic that she's saying? That a decisive win against a 4-loss TCU team. Again, one of the 4 losses was to BYU. They don't. It's not like they go, well, you guys beat a 4-loss TCU, or you beat a 4-loss TCU team, and you go, no, we beat a 3-loss TCU team. If you're trying to make that argument, I just loved it. I would love to hear the conversation, right? And I know that the new commissioner, the AD from Arkansas, is going to have to get in there and do the new kind of tap dancing around why they did what they did. And I'm really interested to see what they're going to argue this week. The thing is that I knew that if Oklahoma didn't win, or if Texas didn't win, if one of them did win, you would have what you have now, which is, oh, shoot, looks like we're going to have an Alabama team with 2 losses and another SEC team with 2 losses. In this case, it's Oklahoma, who has the best schedule the rest of the way to be able to survive. Texas still has to play Texas A&M. And a 4th loss, it would be really funny to watch them try to spin that, but I could see them doing it. Yeah, but those 4 losses, look at who they lost to, just the cream of the crop. And by the way, would they refer to Texas as a 4-loss Texas team once that happened? A 4-loss Texas team? Ugh. No. But they talk about TCU having 4 losses now, one of which came to BYU at 44-13. It was a blowout. Here's what one of these sections says, too. Why they could be lower. Utah is the safety net for BYU because of the head-to-head. So if the Cougars were any lower, it would be because the committee kept 3-loss Texas in the mix, which is already hard to hear.
Which some people nationally would argue for.
You're going to see some folks doing that tomorrow. They're going to Cincinnati. Considering Utah already defeated Cincy 45-14, BYU will be expected to win in similar fashion. But the Bearcats will be looking to bounce back from back-to-back losses.
Again, what did I talk about earlier in the show?
Is a
BYU fan heard me say, how in the world would the committee ever justify putting a 1-loss BYU behind Utah at this point in time? Well, if BYU struggles at Cincinnati, still comes away with a win, what did Utah do to Cincinnati? They'll find a way to put them behind Utah.
But see, that's the thing. Going to Cincinnati and playing there.
They're not looking that deep.
But that's way different than going to Rice Eccles.
It is, but they're not looking that deep.
Yeah. All right. Utah at number 12 on this list. Here's what it says. The committee has a lot of respect for what they've seen from Utah, but the Utes lose the head-to-head tiebreaker with BYU. So, again, the comparison is only between Big 12 teams.
Exactly.
It's not about, hey, man, a 3-loss Texas team has no business being ahead of those guys.
They're not comparing the resume of BYU and Utah against the SEC and the Big 10 teams in front of them.
And can't help herself. Because Texas has 3 losses, though, it would be difficult for some committee members to rank the Longhorns above Utah or BYU. For some, how about for all of them? It needs to be tough for all of them. None of them should have Texas ahead of Utah or BYU after the 3 losses that they've taken to a 3-win Florida team. That's one of their losses, by the way. And that one by itself should put them far enough down that you don't talk about them. But Texas is a fraud. We saw it this weekend. 35-10 against Georgia was like not even that close, to be honest.
Right.
It was a bad game. And Sarkisian had no real response. So I think watching the college football playoff play out right now, it's still how many weeks left do we have of this thing? So you've got tomorrow, right?
2 games left for most teams. 2
games left plus conference weekend. So you're going to have on the 7th this thing roll out. So tomorrow, 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th final ranking. You've still got 4 full rankings that we're going to have to go to. And on that 4th one, we find out what the actual college football playoff rankings are. So there's still a lot of room for improvement, for teams that are being told you're going to have to just accept the fact that they're going to be in. A lot of those are not actually to a spot where they can be. I mean, there are just so many teams that are not good enough to be in this conversation. Now, here's a question that I had from somebody over the weekend. They said, "Yeah, but let's say a 1-loss BYU or let's say a 2-loss BYU team gets into the college football playoff. How would they have done against an 8-2 or a 10-2 Alabama team?" And that's hard to say. Well, they'd be right there with them. It's hard to say that.
Don't know. Have no idea.
I don't. That's why we play the games, right?
Yeah.
That's why you try to figure it out.
Let's find the teams that are good enough to play and put them together and find out. That's the whole damn point of what we're doing right now.
So instead of having these hypothetical conversations of,
that's not how you do this.
This conference isn't that good. They shouldn't be here.
What you do is you take the metrics and put them all together and figure out which team has the more impressive resume. You take the name of the team away, and then you compare the metrics, just the numbers. No team, no players, no coaches, just the metrics, just the numbers of what they've accomplished. That's how it should be done. That's how the committee should be doing it, not using the brand attached to it, because the brand skews your perception of those numbers. The brand skews everything because you think and want Alabama to be in it, but if you take the metrics, maybe they don't deserve to be in that 12. I think they got it right last year by not putting Alabama in. I'm sorry. They lost 3 games. They had bad losses. The Vanderbilt loss was bad.
Yep.
They did not deserve to get in. So that's how it should be done. But as we're learning, is that really how it's being done? I think with Notre Dame, that's a big one. You take Notre Dame's name away from what they're doing, and I'm going to give them some credit. You know, they beat Navy 49-10. They beat Pittsburgh 37-15 on the road. They're doing what their schedule has, but their schedule's not great. The strength of schedule should factor in here, but the metrics should help them. So I think that Notre Dame has a good case. I have no problem right now with Notre Dame being in the top 10 because of the fact that they've won so many straight games in a row and how they're dominating the opponents they're playing. Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing here? But you're not following those same rules with the SEC teams.
Right. Yep.
You're not. And that's where I have a problem with this.
So the SEC, how many SEC teams are ranked in the
5, right? So you're talking about how many
Yes.
SEC teams are currently in a position to be in the college football playoff.
By the way,
Texas A&M, Alabama would still be in there, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Georgia, Ole Miss, Oklahoma now replaces Texas.
Do you know how many teams they have in the top 25 AP poll?
How many?
Number 3, number 4, number 5, number 8, number 10, number 12, number 17, number 20, and number 23. They have 9 teams in the top 25 AP poll. Look, it's a strong conference, to be sure. But the losses that some of these teams have had, by the way, Texas included, is against none of those teams.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they lost to Georgia, who's definitely on the list.
Yeah,
number
that's
4.
one of the teams. But
okay, They lose to Florida, who's nowhere near mention of that. 5 teams in the Big Ten in the AP Top 25. 4 Big 12 teams in the Top 25. 3 ACC teams. There are 3 Power 6 conferences. There are 3 G6 conference people in the Top 25. So that it's getting really awkward at that point too, right? Hey, is Tulane one of them, by the way? They are, right? Tulane's are they one of the ranked teams in the Top 25? AP poll? Yeah, they're number 24. They're number 24.
They came in this week, yeah.
Think about how wild that is.
South Florida lost.
What's more impressive, what Bear's doing with BYU or Jake Retzlaff just showing up at Tulane going, I'll play some games for you?
It's pretty wild. Give him credit.
They're both, I mean, right now, Bear Bachmeier is 9-1 as the starter for BYU, and Jake Retzlaff is 8-2 for Tulane. Those guys have won 17 games and lost 3 as the starter that they had no clue that they were, for a team they were going to be starting for this year.
I think this is the first week we've had more than one Group of 5 team in the top 25.
It's
James
3.
Madison at 21,
Yep.
North Texas at 22, and Tulane at 24.
North Texas and James Madison are both 9-1.
Yes, they are.
By the way. That's crazy. That is bonkers. Does Miami have any kind of argument to be at 14 above Georgia Tech right now? They're 8-2. They have 2 losses. One of them came to who did it come to?
Miami has a 27-24 win over Notre Dame.
That's the reason that they're ranked so high is because the conspiracy theorists will tell you it's because to be able to make the Notre Dame argument, you got to make the Miami argument that they're better than they are.
Notre Dame's case relies heavily on Miami being good.
It's Miami's. What's the rest of Miami's schedule? Yeah, that's interesting to me.
Well, it's in the ACC, so it's not going to be hard.
I know, but I'm just saying, like
at Virginia Tech, who just hired James Franklin today to be their coach. But James Franklin,
but he can't coach this week, so
not going to be there on the 22nd. And then at Pitt, who did not play well against Notre Dame, but wouldn't it be ironic if Pitt ends up beating Miami, which then weakens Notre Dame's resume?
Hilarious. Hey, Pitt. You had one job this weekend, but now you've got one job on Thanksgiving weekend.
It's not going to be enough to pull Notre Dame out of the playoff, though. Notre Dame's in. Sorry.
That's hard to hear.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I think they passed their final test.
The student athletes don't have to take tests anymore, JJ.
Oh, that's fair.
All right.
Unless Stanford can pull off a stunner on November 29th.
Could you imagine? Please.
It's at Stanford.
Okay. That's actually worse because no one goes to those
Wouldn't that be
games.
something?
They call it the library now. It's not the farm, it's the library.
Both are boring.
Terrible places to play. All right? We'll come back. More to go. 97.5 EKSL Sports Zone.
All the latest news and notes from the league and the locals in the NFL. JJ and Alex bring you the NFL Blitz on 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, everybody, welcome back. JJ and Alex, 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone. Let me ask you this. So obviously, jobs to be filled in the NFL. When I say jobs, there will be, of course. The Giants job. Bill Belichick, after we were laughing about the possibility of him going back to New York and being a part of that, he came right out and said, "Hey, no, I am focused. We're on to North Carolina."
Oh, so he turned down the job. Okay. He turned down the job because
That's a great point.
He's committed to turning around the North Carolina program.
That's a great point because I don't think that he's been offered the gig.
No, but that's not what he's
okay.
going to say.
He says, "I have not and will not pursue an open NFL job anywhere. I got to stay with this guy. I love the college game. You know me.
Because he already tried that and nobody wanted him.
I love the college game.
Yeah, he always has.
Love the college girls.
Loves
I'm dating one. Right? So there's that. My question is, Lane Kiffin has a shot to jump to the NFL again. Does he do it?
No. No way. I don't even know if Lane Kiffin makes the jump to Florida.
So Florida and now LSU. LSU is like pulling out all the stops.
LSU might be tempting.
LSU is a worse job than any.
Yeah, but every coach that's had that job, except for Brian Kelly, in the last 20 years has won a national championship, including Nick Saban.
You say every, like there's so many of them. There's 3.
Well,
Saban,
they
Miles, order on.
Yeah, phenomena.
Took my shirt off this weekend. Pretty cool. Anyway, hire me.
That guy hung out with Matthew McConaughey without his shirts on, driving around in a Lincoln.
Let me ask you, like, could
that's a podcast
could
I'd
Ed
listen to.
Orgeron go back to LSU and do it again?
I'm sure he'd be happy to.
In an era of rehiring guys.
Those checks are nice.
Yeah, man.
Those LSU checks, man.
They're phenomenal. No, but it's wild to think that all these. I don't know what other coaches are going to lose their gigs at the end of the year.
In the NFL?
Yeah, Stefanski might.
Yeah, it's weird with Stefanski because none of it's his fault.
So Stefanski might.
Stefanski's a good coach. He took the Browns to the playoffs.
I know, but the NBA does this, the NFL does this. So like, he's a great coach, and then they're coach of the year one year, and then we fire him.
I think the Bengals probably end up firing their coach.
Zach Taylor.
Yeah,
gone.
Now,
how about?
I think the Dolphins coach is gone.
McDaniel.
Yep.
Gone. Okay.
The Titans already fired theirs.
Oh yeah, so Titans job, and
the jobs in the
Giants.
AFC West are safe. The Giants have already fired theirs. I don't think any of those jobs are in jeopardy. Same with the NFC North, the NFC South. Raheem Morris, 3-7 Falcons.
Ooh, they've had a rough go.
I love Raheem Morris, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, they just fired. Not that long ago, Dan Quinn, right?
Right. Well, they've been through.
No, it wasn't Dan Quinn. Who was it?
Yeah. The guy that's now
the
coordinator at the Steelers.
Schottenhäuser.
Schottenhäuser?
Oh, no. I'm talking about the guy with the mustache. Arthur Blank? No, that's the owner.
That's the owner that looks like
Arthur
Weekend
Smith.
at Bernie's. Or like if Vincent Price and Weekend at Bernie's merged into one person,
that'd be that guy.
That would be the owner of the Atlanta Falcons.
We're all over the place with these coaches.
The Cardinals might fire their coach too. So
Cardinals could be
that's
yes.
a handful.
Right.
1,
so
2.
That's what I was going to ask.
3
might have the pickings of NFL or college game.
5, 6, maybe 7. Maybe 7 openings.
Oof. What's crazy is you think about during the last hiring cycle, the coaches that got fired or they got hired during the last hiring cycle. Ben Johnson, 7-3, right? Nobody's giving him kudos yet. Mike Vrabel, 9-2. The Jets, Aaron Glenn. That could be another guy loses his job immediately.
We're year 1.
Liam Cohen, struggle bus. And then
Cohen, they might make the playoffs.
And then Kellen Moore.
Nah, he's
TBD.
Fine. Year 1.
Yeah.
It's a bad
TBD.
roster. They know that.
Yeah. All right. Just seeing. I was just seeing.
The Dolphins is an excuse. Like McDaniel's he's gonna get fired.
Who had the best weekend in the locals in the NFL? JJ.
Best locals in the NFL. Puka did good, but he didn't get in the end zone.
Had that fumble too.
You know what? I'd probably go with Jordan Love. His numbers weren't fantastic because he got hurt in the game. So he gets hurt and he comes back in. He finishes 13 of 24 for 174 yards, but his second touchdown was incredible. It's a great throw. It held off the Giants, and the Packers got a much-needed win. They're now ahead of the Lions in the standings. So I'd probably point toward Jordan Love. The biggest story for locals in the NFL right now, Cole Bishop, by the way, had a interception.
Phenomenal interception, by the way, if you missed it.
He's the only player in the NFL right now with 40-plus tackles, 2+ interceptions, and 2+ sacks.
He's a dog.
And Cody Barton's quietly having a great year with the Tennessee Titans. He had a monster game as well. 5 tackles, 1 sack. Tackle for loss, 3 pass breakups. But back to my...
If you're going to have a good year in Tennessee, by the way, it will be very quiet.
Nobody's going to know about it. The truth is, a lot of the best locals, there's a lot of guys that are banged up right now. So, Tyler Algier scored again this week, but he didn't have a monster game as far as the numbers go. Bobby Wagner's always solid. But, Fred Warner's out for the year. Yeah. Jackson Dart has the concussion. There's a long list of guys. Jalen Warren got hurt this week. Hopefully it's not season ending. So there's just a number of local guys we follow that are banged up and hurt.
You know who it sucks to be right now? Honorable mention. One, Matt Gay gets released by the Commanders.
Yeah, Matt Gay just got released today, unfortunately. Missed a game winner over in Madrid.
That'll do it.
They lost that game, so.
Shedeur Sanders, poor guy, goes 4 for 16. You guys 4 for 16.
I'm going to stand up for him a little bit here.
And then he throws the pick, of course, to end it, and he goes, but this is the worst part.
Rookie quarterback thrown into the game late in the game.
It's tough.
Didn't get the reps in practice.
Trying to against a phenomenal defense.
I'm going to give him I'm not going to throw him under the bus for that.
I will. 4 for 16, come on. But then I feel bad, and I'm going to remove him from throwing him under the bus because his house was broken into while he was having that awful NFL debut. How was your NFL debut? It's not great. Plus, I got my house broken into. That's a bad Sunday, my guy. So, thoughts and prayers to Shadur this weekend. All right, we'll take a break. Before we do, Hans and Scotty are going to be noon to 3 at Tim Daly Nissan Southtown this Wednesday for your Cougar preview show. 11155 South, Jordan Gateway in South Jordan. Tim Daly, home of the Forever Warranty. And also, you don't want to miss it because tomorrow they're going to be out at the Grill, 2264 South Main Street in Nephi. Go check them out. Go eat some burgers. And then say hello to the fellas down there. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got more to go. We've got our best and worst next. 97.5 EKSL Sports Zone.
Wrapping up the hour with our picks for the best and worst moments on today's show. As JJ and Alex want to hear your best and worst of the day.
Best and worst brought to you by the Doug Smith family of dealerships in American Fork, Spanish Fork, and in Linden. Nobody knows cars like Doug. All right, the best is LeBron going to make his is he going to make his return against Utah Jazz tomorrow night? He's back practicing. What did he have? He had something it's kind of an older person. Was it osteo?
Now, you can get away with this because you have sciatica.
Yes.
He has sciatica.
Oh.
It is the most old player injury in the NBA. Maybe gastric distress.
Osteoporosis, like I said.
Osteoporosis. Can you imagine that? Remember when, was it Coach Pop showed the injury report or something, and he said Tim Duncan was out with being old?
Oh, wow.
When was that?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Well, at least he didn't.
Old age or something.
Yeah, this is one of those. But does he come back to play versus the Jazz? It's in Los Angeles though. Perfect time to do it.
I think
if you're going to come back and have a game, it's usually against the Jazz.
That'd be fun.
Lakers guys coming back having games that they want to have a banner night on. Utah Jazz. Remember Kobe dropping 60 on the Jazz his final game? Oh, wow! How did he do it? LeBron comes back. Takes the back brace off, comes in, scores 32.
LeBron James has overcome sciatica. Just the latest accomplishment in his Hall of Fame career.
I do want to see what the newest version of his hairline is going to be this year, like what that spray paint situation looks like. Have you seen Jaylen Brown's hair getting wiped off on everybody's jersey, by the way? It's so sad. That poor guy.
Yeah.
They're all, you're a pro.
Carlos Boozer has a guy. They need to go call his guy.
I know. They're like, you're a pro. Why don't you use just shoe polish? It'd be great.
Shoe polish.
Again, I'm bald, so I can comment on these things. You guys aren't allowed.
Well, I think we need to talk
Kent
to Just for Men about sponsoring a segment.
And then
all
the worst
the players
is,
in pro sports that need Just for Men.
And then
Ryan
the worst,
Day.
of course, is BYU coming up short against UConn in that game in Boston. But by the way, I mean, they were down 15 most of the game.
Oh, yeah. It felt like they were down 20.
The last 4.5 minutes, AJ DeBonta hits a couple of big threes. Richie hits a three. I think Dawson Baker – no, Richie came in and missed all the threes. Sorry. Dawson Baker comes in, hits a three, and they get that thing within a point or two, and then
they got it down to two. They got it down to two and lost by 2.
So that game was going on right before.
Outscored them 52-43 in the second half.
Yeah. It was right before the BYU football game. And so I sit down on my media seat, and they had the basketball game up on the TV. And I'll tell you, that place was – you can say what you will about that team. By the way, they went down 2 spots in the AP poll. I thought they'd stick around just kind of right where they're at. You lose to number 3 UConn in Boston.
Seems kind of like a harsh punishment there. They lost by 2.
I was like, they're not gonna move very much in that AP poll because the AP poll is not like the basketball or the football AP poll.
Right.
It's like, man, they played the number 3 team in the country across the country, and those things count for a lot. Like they go, dude, that's an awesome game. But anyway, the whole booth up there was going bonkers watching AJ DeBonta do his thing, man. That guy is legit. That guy's legit.
25 points. Yeah, he is. Fun to watch.
We'll come back. More to go. 97.5 EKSL Sports Zone.